there is an instruction to be followed. Okay, like from placement and training, they have prepared material in such a way that for all the semesters, the topics has been split up, okay, and segregated and grouped together in various semesters. Okay, so for a particular semester, you will study only the mentioned topic in the material. So that is how, like that, they have framed the syllabus. Okay, like the same way as your like how we are studying for your subjects. Okay, you will have subjects and you have 5 units in it. The similar way, they have prepared syllabus, okay, accordingly, having 5 units per semester. So on the particular semester, you will be studying the topics which they prescribed to us. Okay, since you are being in the 4th semester now, okay, I'll be teaching you the 4th semester syllabus from placement and training under logical reasoning. Okay, so in 4th semester you have topics, okay, the 5 unit topics like analogy, seating arrangement, okay, and then coding detective logic. Okay, so like that you have 5 topics. Wait, let me know what are the topics. Let me tell you. Okay, puzzles, floor and box puzzles, okay, and then selection decision table. So these are the 5 topics, okay, that is prescribed to you in the 4th semester. Okay, so you will be even though you guys are being familiar with these topics earlier in the previous semester as well as now. Like I would have taken puzzles for you, I would have taken selection decision table for you in the previous classes, but still, since we have been instructed to follow the same, okay, I'll be teaching you everything right from the basics. Okay, that is how the classes will be hereafter. Okay, so since yesterday we have started this method. Okay, in yesterday's class also I have started taking seating arrangement for the other department. Okay, so here also I'll be continuing the same, so that there will not be any clash between the topics for various departments. Okay, so before starting the class, okay, you guys would have studied about seating arrangement, okay, in your previous semester as well as in this semester. So could someone tell me what have you understood, okay, in your seating arrangement topic? Like how far you have understood. Based on that, it will be easy for me to teach you. So could someone tell me like how far you have understood, like whether you guys know what is seating arrangement or not, or you guys want me to take right from the basics? I'm just asking you the question of how should I continue the class of seating arrangement. I should just teach you the questions, or you want me to teach the basics to you and then to teach the questions? So like how you want me to teach you? Am I audible? I'm asking you a question. Yes, Jay Surya, could you say me if I'm giving you?
You can go, ma'am.
Sorry, ma'am, I could not hear you.
From the basics.
Okay, from the basics you want. Okay, fine. See, please be interactive. Okay, I'm asking you a question. Even you can't speak out, like you can't unmute, or if there is any mic problem, do post it in the chat box. This will also help. Okay. Okay, from the basics. So everyone wants me to teach you from the basics. Okay. So to start with, seating arrangement. Okay, what is seating arrangement? First, we will know why we are studying this. Okay, what is basically seating arrangement is. So we have to know all these things. Okay, if you're going to start reading from the basics. So seating arrangement is one of the topic in logical reasoning where you will be given a question. Okay, a set of people. Okay, and they will give you some rules, or you can also call it as some clues. Okay, based on that, you must arrange those set of people in a particular way. Okay, so that they all get seated in a regular pattern wise manner. Okay, so that is what seating arrangement is. It is like a a simpler form of puzzle. To say it correctly, it is like a simple form of puzzle. Okay, wherein in a puzzle you will be using clues to solve those questions. Similar way, here you're going to use the clues. Okay, you're going to follow it as the rules to solve the people. Okay, to solve the question by placing the people in a particular pattern arrangement. So that is what seating arrangement is. So in seating arrangement, you have various type, like 5 different types of questions. Okay, basic 5 different types of questions. Let me present the screen. Okay, in seating arrangement you have 5 different types of questions. Okay, the first one will be okay. So I've drawn some diagrams here. Okay, so these are the 5 different types of question which will be asked in seating arrangement. Okay, so linear. When there is a question, okay, when there's a question of saying a bench or a row, okay, once again, someone's going. Okay, if there is a question, in a question, if you have words like 5 persons are seated in a bench, 5 persons are seated in a row, okay, like that. If you have something like a bench, row, something like that, then those questions come under linear seating arrangement. Okay, linear. Okay, this one is linear seating arrangement. Okay, similar way, if you have questions like there are 14 persons, okay, in a class, okay, like 7 of them are sitting in one row facing north and 7 of them sitting in another row facing south, which means what, you have 2 rows, that is 2 arrangements you have to fill. Okay, those are called as parallel seating arrangement. If there is a single line, okay, single row or single bench, and you're going to arrange people, okay, to sit there accordingly, then it is a normal linear seating arrangement. Okay, when you have 2 rows having parallel rows, okay, having people sitting towards each other or away from each other, whatever it is. If you have 2 rows and have people sitting over there, then it is called parallel seating arrangement. Okay, this is the first step, linear and parallel seating arrangement. Okay, the other 3 types are circular, square, and rectangle. Okay, these are the 5 different types of seating arrangement question. Okay, so first, before going to the basics, you must know like what are the different types of questions. And here, comparatively, the circular seating arrangement seems to be a bit difficult one, okay, to the others. Linear is the simplest one in seating arrangement, whereas circular is the difficult one. Okay, and square and rectangle depends upon the question. If you have more number of people, then it is a bit difficult thing. But you have like around 6 or 4 members of people, then it is an easy one. You can do it easily. Okay, so that is what those types of questions. So now coming back to the basics. Okay, to solve seating arrangement, there are some rules to be followed. Okay, to solve these questions, there are some rules to be followed. What is that rule? Okay, first and foremost thing, okay, even to start with the question is to know the direction. Okay, directions, you would have studied direction, a simpler topic. Okay, an entire session will be taught to you about directions. Okay, so knowing your directions, the basics of directions is very, very important. Okay, in this topic, seating arrangement topic. Okay, why am I saying so? I should give you the proof of why I'm saying so. It is true, right? I'm saying good direction is important. Why? Why direction is important? Okay, direction is important because when you look at the diagrams. Okay, look, I've drawn 5 diagrams here. Look at it. Now I'm going to mark position. As in the previous example itself, as I've said, you have 5 members sitting in a row. So I will be marking 5 positions. This is my framework. I will be marking 5 positions in a row. Okay. Now I'm going to put 5 positions in a row. Okay. I must know in which direction they are facing. That is important, right? I can't make them sit at any position I want. I must know at which position they are facing. Okay. So in order to know, I should know that, I must know the direction. So it will be given in the question itself. There are 5 persons sitting in a row who is facing north. So when they give like that, which means what? You have 5 persons, okay, sitting in a linear row, facing northern side. So for that, the important thing is directions. Okay, I would have taught you directions by drawing an 8-directional diagram. But in case of seating arrangement, and if you're thorough with your basics of direction, only this symbol is enough, okay, for you to understand. So when there is north, okay, they have said they are facing north. When there is north, this your left and right hand side plays a major role here. Okay, when they are facing north, you must know the left and right hand side properly. Okay, seating arrangement is an advanced level of direction. You can say like that. Okay, seating arrangement is a question which is an advanced level of direction. Okay, so the major, like around 80% of the work is played by directions in seating arrangement. So in which left and right hand side is very important. Okay, you must know that. I will say the importance of that while we are seeing the other types of question. Okay. So as I said in the question, there are 5 persons sitting in a row who are facing north. So I have given the arrow mark facing north. So I must know my left and right. Okay. For that, I'll mark here in the direction system so that it will be easy for me and it will not be confusing also. Okay. Whatever you're doing should not confuse you. Okay. That is the main thing. That is why we're asking you to practice a lot. Okay. So whatever we are doing should not confuse you. Whatever you are doing should not confuse you. So for that clearance only, I am marking the left and right also. Okay. Why I'm doing so? Why am I doing so? Person was facing north, okay, whose left hand side and right hand side will not change. With which I'm saying I'm comparing it with yourself. Compare it with yourself. Just think you're sitting facing the northern direction. Okay, just think you're sitting, okay, facing the northern direction. So obviously your left hand will be your left hand side and your right hand will be your right hand side, right? Similarly, when you have in your mind, if you fix that, okay, facing northern side, the left and right hand side will not change. It will be similar to your hands, okay, left hand and right hand. It will not change, right? So if you fix that, then the other directions, left and right hand side, you can mark it easily. Okay. And one more thing here, what you have to notice, okay, if I'm saying a question, there are 5 persons sitting in a row facing south. Okay. There are 5 persons sitting in a row facing south. That is my question. If I'm drawing the same thing in this line, this second parallel line, which will be easy. These people are facing south, so I'm drawing in this way, arrow marks in this way. Okay. Now look at it. This is my northern direction, and in the opposite direction, people are facing. So obviously, their left hand side and right hand side would change. Okay, with respect to north direction. So what you have to remember, in any question, in whichever direction the people faces, okay, you have to mention the left hand side and right hand side with respect to north direction. Okay, with respect to north direction. That is the one thing which you have to remember. See, for example, I have said people are facing south, so obviously this side will be the south. Okay, so when people are facing south, okay, which will be the right hand side? This will be the right hand side and this will be the left hand side. I am marking it with respect to north. Okay, if I turn towards south and you ask me, I'll say the same. So we are mentioning the left hand side and right hand side with respect to north. in whichever direction, no matter what direction it is. You have to mention the left hand side, right hand side with respect to north direction only. Okay, so obviously, if for this, consider this person to be A. For A, this is your left and this is your right. Okay, consider this person to be B. For him, this will be the right and this will be the left. Okay, this is an important, very important thing. Okay, should be come within quotes. Very important thing you must remember. Okay, always to solve direction question as well as seating arrangement question. Okay, so here when you have linear questions, linear seating arrangement, say one line or parallel, in both the thing, okay, you have only two directions. You won't deal with other directions. You have only two directions, whether it is north or south. So dealing with two directions is quite easy. Okay. See, comparatively, you have 8 directions. Okay. You have to deal with only two directions. So it will be easy for you. If you remember one northern side properly, the southern side will be right opposite of it. You can remember it very easily. And handling the questions also will be easy. Okay, that is why I said linear seating arrangement is comparatively easy to the other types. Okay, because you're dealing with only two directions, north and south. Okay, now coming back to the other questions, square, rectangle or circle. Okay, coming back to the other questions, you will be dealing with all the 8 different directions in these questions. For example, consider this rectangle question. I will have people seated here, 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 and also I'll be having people seated over all the corners. Okay, when you join all these lines together, you will have an 8-directional diagram, including north, northeast, east, southeast, south, southwest, west, and northwest. All the 8 directions will be formed when you join all these lines together. It is not only in the cases of the rectangular problem, it is also similar in the case of square as well as in the case of circle. Okay, so linear seating arrangement will deal only with 2 directions. Okay, whereas in circular, square or rectangular seating arrangement, it deals with all the 8 directions. Okay, so you must be very careful when you have these questions, because you should not change your left and right. Okay, you should not make mistake on that. If you make mistake on that, you will end up in getting the wrong answer. Okay, so knowing all these directions is very important. Okay, understood till now? Understood how you have to, what is the main basic thing of seating arrangement?
Yes, ma'am.
It's great, you guys are good. Fine. Okay, now next thing, after knowing all these directions and all, the next thing is you have to read the question properly. Okay, next thing is you have to read the question properly. Till now I said things that is related to you, like what you're going to draw, how you're going to draw, what thing you have to remember. The next thing is to read the question properly. Okay, now I'm coming back to the question. I have already taught you the same in your puzzles also. Okay, reading the question properly plays a major important role. Okay, you have to read the question properly. Understand how many people they have given to you to arrange. Okay, you have to understand that. How many people they have given to you to arrange them in a particular regular pattern order. Okay, and you must also know the basic framework, whether it is a circular arrangement, whether it is a square arrangement or a rectangular arrangement, or it is a linear arrangement. If you have questions in a linear arrangement, then it is very easy for you. You can actually solve those questions easily. Okay, so understanding these things is very important. The next point is, as I would have said in puzzles always, you must see for the clues, okay, which has a direct one in it. For example, Okay, for example, consider the rectangular seating arrangement. Okay, or why to go for the complicated one? Consider the linear seating arrangement itself. There are 5 persons, as I have said. Okay, my clue says C sits second to the right of right extreme end. C sits second from the right extreme end. So when I have clues like that, what they are saying, C is sitting second to the right of right extreme end. So you must know the right extreme end. Okay? First you must know that right extreme end. So right extreme end is what? This one. This one is your right extreme end. C sits second to the right of right extreme. So from right extreme end towards the second position, C is sitting to the right. So this is my first position. This is my second position. So in this position, I have C. You can mark it. So this is what I call as a direct clue. Okay. This is what I would call as a direct clue. So C is sitting at the second right of the right position. From there, you can solve the other position easily. See, before starting, you only had framework. Okay, you have the same 5 positions. Okay, left over. Now, with the help of the direct clue, out of 5, 1 position is filled. So now you are left over only with the 4 positions. Okay, which can be solved easily, because if one is known, the other things can be solved easily. Okay, C is space here. Now, what I will do, I will look for the clues which is related with this position or related with the C, which will get me to the correct track and get me the right answer. So what I'll do, I'll look for clues in similar way with C. For example, if I have clue saying A sits at the second position towards right from C. Okay, so now look at it. First clue was like C is sitting to the second position of the extreme right side end. That is my first clue. My second clue is A sits to the second to the right of C. Okay, this is my second clue. When I start, if I don't start with the first clue or the direct clue, if I don't start with that, what I will do, I will have like A sits to the second to the right of C. If I will have clue like that, A sits to the second to the right of C. But if I don't know where C is, I can't mark the position of A at all. That is why I am saying you to go with the direct clue from the question. It will be easy for you to solve. So since I have known C here, now I can mark A. Now I can mark A here. Because it is given from C towards right at the second position, A is there. It is given and we have to. There will not be any chance of making mistake if you solve like this. And you will also not require to take probabilities like puzzles. You can solve it directly. Okay. So this is the one clue which you have to follow. Start with the direct clue. End up getting the right answer in a lesser amount of time. Understood, everyone? I have taught to you with respect to the linear arrangement. Okay, we have to see the other things also, circular, square and rectangular, which we will be seeing in the further classes. Okay, for today's class, we will deal with only the linear arrangement. Understood the linear arrangement, how we have to do it, how we have to solve it? Are you guys there? Feeling sleepy?
Understood, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. So now, these are the things which you must remember, okay, before solving the seating arrangement. If I'm going to solve 1 or 2 questions for you, okay, with which you can understand it far more better. I'm starting with a simpler question and then we'll move on to the difficult one. Question is there both in the chat box as well as on the screen. Okay. A, P, R, X, S, Z. You have 6 members sitting in a row. So from the first sentence itself, it is clear that it is a linear seating arrangement. You have 6 members A, P, R, X, S, Z sitting in a row. What I'll do, I'll draw the linear line first. First, you must draw the framework and draw the linear line first. And I will mark the 6 positions. We have 6 vacant positions, so I'll mark. Okay, I've marked 6 positions. Now, we are going to start with the clues. S and Z are in the center. So it is very clear. S and Z. So I have marked it as such. A and P are at ends. So you have 2 ends. I'm marking A and P. Okay. Now, R is sitting to the left of A. Who's to the right of P? R is sitting to the left of A. So when you look at the diagram framework, they have said that A will sit at the end. So you can't mark R here. You don't have any position vacant here. Okay. So now, see the question, who is to the right of P? You don't have anyone to the right of P. So obviously there is a mistake. They said A and P are at ends. Okay, they didn't say A and P are at the left and right ends respectively. They didn't say that. They just said A and P are at ends. So the other possibility is what? Having P here and A. This is also a possibility. Since this possibility does not work out, I am taking the other one, P and A. Now the question will be solved. Okay, now the question will be solved. I'll mark P here and A. Okay, now R is sitting to the left of A, done. Who's to the right of P? The remaining leftover variable is X. So who's to the right of P? X is to the right of P. Understood? So linear question, it will not even take this much of time. If you practice it well, okay, if you understood, if you by heart the directions well, if you know the angles, clockwise, counterclockwise directions well, okay, if you're very well thorough with the left and right hand side, this will not even take more than 30 seconds to solve. Okay, when you are thorough with all these basics. In order to explain you, I've taken a bit more longer to explain. Okay, now we'll see with the next question. Same linear seating arrangement with a bit of twist. Okay. Next question here. Okay. A, B, C, D, E are sitting in a bench. So linear arrangement. Okay, A, B, C, D, E are sitting in a bench. Okay, 5 positions. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 positions. From here, the clues is starting. A is sitting next to B. A is sitting next to B. We can't start with that. We don't know where is A, where is B, so you can't mark it. So I'll just mark the possibility. A is sitting next to B. So the possibility is A, B, or BA. A is sitting next to B. Next, C is sitting next to D. Similarly, C is sitting next to D. D is not sitting with E. So, wherever you put D, okay, will not have E beside it. D is not sitting with E. Who is on the left end of the bench? Okay, who is on the left end of the bench? Which means what? D is not sitting with E, but E is on the left end of the bench. Since this is being the north direction, okay, this will be your left and this will be your right. Okay, E is on the left end of the bench. So from that we got to know, out of 5, 1 position we got to know E. Now look for the clues which is in relation with E. Okay, C is on the second position from the right. This is also a direct clue. C is on the second position from the right. Okay, from the right. This is first position, this is the second position. From the right, C is on the second position. This is also a direct clue. C is on the second position from the right. Now look for it. C is sitting next to D. Okay. Here you can have D either over here or over here. We still did not come to a conclusion. We just got to know where is C. Okay. So wherever D comes, it will not have E beside it. So it is also clear. Till now we are going the right path. Okay. Now A is to the right of B and E. So what they are saying, A is to the right of B and E. Already you have E here. Okay, you must get B, so that towards the right you must put the A. We will come back to that later. Next, A and C are sitting together. Okay, A and C are sitting together. So here you have to merge these two clues. A and C sit together. Okay, and A is to the right of B and E. Okay, so here, if I put A here, this will be to the right of E. Even if I put A here, this will also be to the right of E. Okay, they said A is to the right of B and E. So if I put A over here, having B here will not give you the correct answer. A will come on to the extreme end. This is not right. So what I am going to do, I'll put A here, think together, I'll put B here. So the right of P you have A, the right of E you have A, the remaining position can be filled with B. The correct seating arrangement is E, B, A, C, D. Understood? I hope everyone understood the linear seating arrangement. I'll give you one question for you to solve. Okay, do solve and get me the answer. Just try to solve this linear question and try to get me the answer. I'll give you 2 minutes. Okay, try to solve and get me the answer. If not, I will teach you the same by 10:50. You have 3 minutes. 10:47. Now the time is 10:47. Try and give me the answer. If not, I'll solve this by 10:50 or 10:51. If solved, just post the answer in the chat box. No one has solved. Okay, Divya. Bindu, Seema, Rani, Rita, Mary. Good. Divya posted the right answer. For others are still solving, wants to know, to listen. Okay. Similarly, 5 girls are sitting in a bench to be photographed. Okay, so I have 5 girls, 5 positions. Okay. Seema is to the left of Rani. Okay, Seema is to the left of Rani, right? And to the right of Bindu. Seema is to the left of Rani and to the right of Bindu. Mary is to the right of Rani. Okay. Mary is to the right of Rani. Rita is between Rani and Mary. Okay, Rita is between Rani and Mary. This is an easy question. Very easy. So here I have Bindu. Okay. Seema. Rani. Rita is between Rani and Mary. So Rita will be here. Okay. And then Mary. The correct seating arrangement is Bindu, Seema, Rani, Rita, Mary. Okay, this is the correct seating arrangement. Now, after solving these questions, okay, you have questions below this, you have to answer. Okay, I'll just post the questions. Who is sitting immediate right of Rita? Who sits immediate to the right of Rita? That is my question. Post the answers in the chat box. Who is sitting immediate right of Rita? Mary. Okay. Next question. Who is in the middle of the photograph? Who is in the middle of the photograph? Rani. Good. Who is second from the right? Second from the right? Rita. Second from the left? Second from the left will be Seema. Yes. So, in a similar way, so this is a simpler question. Okay, this is a linear question. Linear question is a simple question. Okay, whatever you are going to arrange, you will arrange it along the vertical, like horizontal side. Okay, there is no vertical things involved in here, so this will be easy for you to solve. Okay, so questions will also be very easy for you. When you are going to go into the next level of questions, like circular, square, and rectangle, okay, you will have 8 directions. Okay, all these things have to be kept in mind. Okay, you have n number of people, like around 16, 14. Here it is only 5. You have n number of people, 16, 14, 20. Okay, you have to solve all them. So when the persons increases, when the direction increases, the difficulty also increases. So with this, I'm going to stop the class now. Okay, just we have started with what is seating arrangement, the basics, the rules of how it to be followed. Okay, and I've just started with the linear question, linear sitting arrangement, that is to the simple question. Even in linear, you have some difficult questions. When you go into the parallel type of questions, okay, you have some difficulty there. You have two directions included, so difficulties will be there in parallel questions, parallel linear seating arrangement question. Okay, all these things you can see in the next class. Okay, see, as per your request, okay, I've started taking sitting arrangement from the basics. Don't ask me to take the same again and again from the basics. Have a pen and paper, note down all those things. Okay, even if you couldn't remember, when you're going to revise back, all these things will be remembered back to you. So always have a pen and paper. Okay, jot it down, whatever I'm saying. Okay, even if you forget, these notes will help you to remember all these things. Okay. Okay, guys, thank you. If you have any doubt, you can stay back and ask me. If not, you can leave. You can see the next class. Thank you.